Alright, so I've got my 91 E30 318 IS. I've got part of it apart here, the engine here. I ended up getting some, took the valve cover off and the upper and lower intake. And so I got that and I brought that in to get it powder coated. So I'll show that here in a bit. But the other thing that I wanted to do as well is, while I have everything apart, I started cleaning things out. So here's an example. I ended up buying, if you see over there, I ended up buying an ultrasonic cleaner. I will post some pictures. I'll show some before pictures and some after pictures as well. So here, this is what it looks like now after it's all been cleaned. And just before this clip, I will make sure to have put the before pictures. Here's the housing for the thermostat. And again, this is, all this stuff is pretty caked on. I stripped down the throttle body. Excuse the mess in here. That's probably pretty loud just because of the, so I've got the throttle body in there, and I've got some bolts. So I've never done a throttle body in here before, so I'm hoping that that everything's going to be okay as far as, you know, it not being sticky or anything. I took all the electronics and everything off, so we'll see how that goes. I've got another 12 minutes. I put it in for 15 minutes, and I figured I would just do a quick video and see how it is. But then the other thing, actually, I ended up getting a pretty good deal on some pretty worn out seats. So I want to refinish my seats in my car. And the leather in mine is pretty good. I had the ECU out. I just wanted to check something on it. But the leather is decent. It's not ripped or anything. But I also thought it would be kind of a waste to have these seats refinished when, you know, they're just cleaned up. They're probably okay the way they are. So I ended up buying these ones here. I got them pretty cheap. Picked them up for 50 bucks for the pair, which is awesome. And they're vinyl, but they're all ripped. The only damages are right over here. The foam is all ripped up, but and same thing with over here. But I could probably just buy a replacement foam piece for here and the seat, and it should be okay. Aside from that, it actually, you know, I mean, the vinyl's all cracked and everything, and it looks kind of crappy. But aside from that, I think they'll probably turn out okay. So there's a few things that I've been working on. I haven't posted any videos or anything about it because I'm also working on this other E30. But I had just a couple of rust spots in the back there, so I stripped it all down. And I'm just waiting for my body guy to come over to weld new piece, a new lip on the bottom. And I'll definitely do a video for that one there. But I'll just show some of the things that I've been doing. So that's just what it looks like without a lower intake, without the, well, of course, the fan, and thermostat housing and valve cover and everything is all off there. Replacing all the hoses. I ordered all new hoses. And again, I will be cleaning all this apart, or sorry, while it's all apart, I will be cleaning it up. So, and the car is pretty dusty, but if you saw my other videos, you saw that it's actually in pretty nice shape. So, but yeah, here's the other one. It's don't yell at me for having parts all over it, but I am kind of careful placing the parts on the car. But this is a 318 IS that I picked up not that long ago, and it has some engine issues which I have to solve. But it needs a little bit of TLC. I'm not sure why, but there was a tear in the center console here. And instead of just leaving it alone, the previous owner, who actually owned it for 26 years, she ended up just putting some some black tape on top of that, and also over there. So I may just have that seat repaired once. I mean, here I'll take. There's a lot of adhesive there from the tape, and that's what you see. So I'm thinking I might actually just take the seat out and bring it into a leather place and see if they can fix it. The other downside is in the car is, so she has owned it for 26 years. She's also smoked in it for just as long, I'm sure. The car, obviously you can't smell it through the video, but it stinks like cigarette smoke. As a non-smoker, going into a car that has any smoke, you could tell. So I'm trying my best to get rid of that. I ended up buying an ozone generator, and I'm trying to, and I put it in, but just to see how it would do it. And it kind of killed the smell a bit, but obviously the best way to do it is probably to remove the interior and just clean everything out. You know, shampoo the carpets, and who knows if it could even be removed. But it needs like a few little odds and ends, like the center console, the leather repaired. Also the weather stripping is shrinking on this side here. But it's not in bad shape. But so, go ahead. Here are my parts that I have here. And again, I put the stuff on there nice. I try to anyway. But yeah, I guess we'll see how everything is going to turn out with that. I ended up buying a few different things for my garage here. I ended up buying just for oil changes. There's this here, and so I can use it, do oil changes on my lift with a post or with the drain tube, and then of course the pan. So you put it all together, and then you can just do oil changes without guessing where the water's gonna, or where the oil's gonna drain to. The other thing I'm doing with with my black E30 is I'm going to rebuild the injectors. Injectors are pretty dirty. There's looks like there's a whole bunch of carbon and soot and stuff all over it. So I ordered the parts. Those came in. I'm going to also clean them in my ultrasonic cleaner. Obviously I have to change the fluids. I have to change it to something that's a little bit more you know, something that's better for this. I might just do it in carb cleaner and see if that will help clean it out. But I do have rebuild kits, and I'll show, I'll do a video, not sure when, but eventually it'll be done. And yeah, so I'll put that there for now, and just trying to see what else. I did a pretty big shipment, a pretty big order through FCP. So I ended up ordering a new exhaust, as you can see it over there. I ordered a Super Sprint from, is it Schmiedman, whatever. I ordered from those guys. Unfortunately, what happened was the Super Sprint exhaust was stolen off the truck. The truck was hijacked, and the day before it was, or the day it was going to be delivered to me, it was hijacked. So unfortunately I lost that, and I'm waiting. It's 2.5 months before they can build the new one. So I should have that in mid-April. But yeah, so we'll see when that comes. Hopefully that comes mid to end of April. But these are some of the parts that I removed. Here's that ozone generator that I had purchased. I'll do another video once, you know, once I have a little bit less, a little bit more time and less projects going on here. I'll do a video of how how I use this in the white E30, and then just so we have an idea of how that goes. But yeah, sorry. And then the other thing, actually, the guy who I bought the seats from, he had this this E30 dash just sitting there, and he was going to toss it. So I took it. It does have some cracks, but the plan is to make it. I want to build a racing sim for my son in the basement. So the plan is to cut that in half, use one of the E30 seats and build a sim for it. There's a guy online who built one for his place, and he had a working gauge cluster and everything in it. And there's electronics diagrams, wiring diagrams of how all of that stuff works, or how he did it. So yeah, that's sort of a little bit of an update on you know, what I've been working on here, what I've been doing here, and I do have some plans over the next few weeks to do a little bit more to this. The plan is, I don't want to say it, but the plan is to have this done by, I don't know, April is the goal. So we will see how well that works. Let's just see. So right now there's 3 minutes left. I should have taken a video, but it was really caked on. So there's 3 minutes left. I'm just going to shut this off and just see. See how this stuff